Marcus Aurelius once said that no matter how tough our circumstances are, we always have a choice in how we perceive them. He famously stated, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." While this advice seems simple, it's often challenging to implement unless we understand what triggers our feelings of harm and possess the wisdom to alter them. Thankfully, the ancient Stoics provide valuable insights on this matter. Generally, the amount of suffering humans experience is influenced by the unpredictable nature of life. However, the impact of fate varies from person to person. The Stoics argued that individuals with a strong inner faculty and inner resilience suffer less than those whose emotional well-being depends on external circumstances. What might deeply affect one person may leave another unscathed. Similarly, some people hold on to past hurts for years, while others move on swiftly, not allowing past events to overshadow their present and future. Moreover, many people suffer from worries about things that haven't even happened yet, which might sound absurd but is precisely what chronic anxiety entails. It's not the external world or the events within it, including our physical bodies, that cause us harm. Instead, it's our thoughts, memories, and fantasies about these events. Therefore, resilience lies within our inner faculty, the one aspect of our human experience over which we have complete control. Stoicism focuses on fortifying the mind, rather than external factors, which should minimally influence our well-being. But what tools does Stoicism offer for this inner fortification? Marcus Aurelius's work, Meditations, provides numerous insights that can help us view our lives differently and change our perspectives on hardships. This shift allows us to be, as Marcus put it, like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. In this video, we'll explore several passages from Meditations that can help us feel less harmed by life's adversities. Marcus Aurelius referred to the mind as the ruler of the soul, a concept that aligns with Buddhist thought, where the historical Buddha stated that nothing precedes the mind. Essentially, our thoughts shape our feelings. For example, physical pain can be intensified by our resistance to it. We might fear that the pain will never end or worsen, causing more suffering than the pain itself. Marcus Aurelius advised that our minds should be unstirred by agitations of the flesh, gentle and violent ones alike. Although he didn't explicitly define agitations of the flesh, it likely refers to physical pain and the mind's role in experiencing it. Physical injuries are terrifying for most people, and we often go to great lengths to avoid pain. However, life offers no guarantees against it. Painful illnesses, accidents, and violence are part of life and largely beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius believed that nothing happens to anyone that he can't endure. Even though pain is inevitable, we can choose whether to add to it through our judgments. He said, "When they make their way into your thoughts, through the sympathetic link between mind and body, don't try to resist the sensation. The sensation is natural. But don't let the mind start in with judgments, calling it good or bad." Here, Marcus distinguishes between natural sensations and suffering which the mind creates. By not resisting pain or judging it, we can reduce our suffering. The saying "pain is inevitable, suffering is optional" captures this idea well. In Meditations, Marcus wrote, "Let the part of you that makes that judgment keep quiet, even if the body it's attached to is stabbed or burnt, or stinking with pus or consumed by cancer." He emphasized that life's events, good or bad, are neither inherently good nor bad. This reasoning can be applied to emotional pain too. For example, an insult hurts not because of the words themselves, but because of how we judge them. If we believe no one has the right to insult us, we'll feel agitated when it happens. However, if we accept that insults are part of human interactions and beyond our control, we're less likely to feel harmed. Marcus Aurelius noted that harm doesn't come from others or the world, but from our capacity to see it. Some people live in constant conflict with their surroundings, affected by nearly everything: the news, neighbors, work issues. They complain about the world's flaws and may even believe they're better off dead. This ongoing conflict often stems from unrealistic expectations. To reduce this conflict, we must adjust our beliefs, starting with lowering our expectations of the world. Marcus Aurelius advised against asking the impossible, calling it a futile endeavor. For instance, expecting never to be sick, insulted, or ridiculed is unrealistic. Such expectations set us up for disappointment because we have no control over these occurrences. Life will never fully satisfy unrealistic expectations, leading to a constant sense of dissatisfaction. From a Stoic perspective, everything happens according to nature's plan, including defects and vices in people. Wishing otherwise is wishing against nature. Marcus wrote, When you run up against someone else's shamelessness, ask yourself this: is a world without shamelessness possible? No, then don't ask the impossible. There have to be shameless people in the world. This is one of them. Accepting this reality means recognizing that life includes both good and bad, and resisting this natural balance leads to unnecessary suffering. Moreover, there's beauty in imperfection and decay. An old wall's cracks, the ruggedness of nature, or the signs of aging can be seen as beautiful. Marcus observed that even loaves of bread split open in the oven have an appealing charm. If we can find beauty in life's imperfections, we can appreciate life's adversities similarly. Many creative works are inspired by hardship, not prosperity. Instead of detesting adversity, we could learn to appreciate it as part of life's natural process. Misfortune often teaches us valuable lessons, reminding us of our fragility and inspiring compassion. By embracing adversity, we reduce its power to harm us. Our judgments about external events determine our suffering. If we let go of these judgments, we free ourselves from the whims of fate. In conclusion, when faced with misfortune or the actions of others, we can choose resilience over conflict. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that it's not our problem when others hate or despise us, it's theirs. Our task is to remain calm and not be swayed by their negativity. By accepting life's adversities and seeing them as natural and sometimes even beautiful, we can minimize their impact on our well-being. As Marcus Aurelius said, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been.